Hi, this is a video about the bilevel foot for the Janome 9mm machine. I have the Elna equivalent, so here we go. This is the Elna 680 Plus, similar to the Janome. I don't remember the Janome equivalent model number. Anyway, it's a wonderful machine, and I am finishing up a small quilt as you go. It's a table runner. And I thought I would try the bilevel foot to do the binding. So let's take a look. So far, it seems to be working very well. So I have the default settings set to the center, except that I have increased the stitch length from the default of 2.4 to 3 millimeters, because I think it'll work better for the quilted binding. So here's my setup. As you can see, the bilevel foot is lower on one side than on the other. This allows me to fit the quilt and the binding on the left side of the foot perfectly and run along the edge without any deviation. Here goes nothing. I am now getting to the next angle, and let's hope. See if that flips over properly. But I still like the way the edge is working really well on this, even though I didn't cut it perfectly, which I will do right here. There we go. Let's get that sorted out. Okay. It pays to be precise, and it really pays to be patient. See how slow I'm going. What I'm going to do is stop just before the edge. I'm going to backstitch, again for the same reason as before. I'm not experienced at this, so I would rather cut it and try fitting the angle the same way as I did it before. I hope you're seeing this. Same thing. I'm just going to flip it like that, and what that does is it allows me to have all this extra fabric for flipping over on the other side. So let's hope it works. Okay, I'm approaching another corner now, and you might be wondering why I haven't marked the 1/4 inch corner. The reason I haven't done that, although I might do it actually just now, I'm going to do it from this side. Essentially, that'll tell me where to stop. The reason I haven't done it is because I have been sewing for many years and I have a pretty good eye for it. Although I have learned that quilting and sewing are a slightly different skill set. There we go. So you see, now I can take my pin out. Now I know where I am. I'll take my pin out, and then I'll lift it, and I'm going to rotate it. I am going to try doing it this time without taking it out. We'll see what happens. Gotta be adventurous, right? All right, so we're doing that. So essentially, I'm aligning the binding with the edge, and then I end up with this little fold, which should allow me to fold it back. So very important. I have other tools that I use for this, but make sure I have pressed my seams open, that if they're pressed open, that they stay open when you sew over them. I like to press things. Some people hand press. This is actually pressed with a small iron, so it's just my preference. That's part of being precise, and I think pressing is relaxing and really improves the quality. We'll stop there. Okay, so I bought this foot not for making quilts. I bought it for more sewer type applications, like if you're doing a heavy collar on a coat, you want perfect edge stitching. I have tested it on different fabrics, different ways. It works really well. I'm really impressed about how well it works though for the quilt binding, because that is something that I think a lot of people have trouble with, getting the binding just right. We'll see when I flip it over to do the other side. What I'm going to do is once I flip it over, I will simply move my needle to where I want it, so that I'm essentially being able to stitch in the ditch from the underside. But only time will tell if that works. So thank you very much. It's an expensive foot. It's around $70 Canadian, but you know, it's probably really worth it, because I've spent a lot more money on other feet that are totally, I would say, not useless, but not really needed, because you can do the same thing with standard feet. So this one, however, is special, and it is hard to find. It is expensive, especially for the 9mm machine. It's called the Bilevel foot. It's also called the compensating foot, I believe, for the industrial type machines. Thank you. I just discovered another benefit of this foot. This part here, right there, is a 1/4 inch. So if I turn my quilt, I'll know that I haven't stitched far enough, or that I've gone too far at my corner. So again, that's something else it's a nice little guide to have, and it forces you to not go too far or not go too short before turning your corner. So let me show you what I mean. I think I'm at a 1/4, but I know I'm just shy of it. So if I try and turn the quilt now and keep it under the foot, you see how it goes over? I'm not even close to being at a 1/4 inch. So what I have to do is keep on sewing, put it back down. I'm not even close. So I would say 2 or 3 more stitches. I would say maybe 1 more. Let's turn now and see if we fall directly under. We still have a little bit more to go, so let's just keep on going. The beauty too is this keeps you nice and straight. So we'll just do another stitch. It should be there now. Let's see if this fits. It just fits. So you can see when I put it down, now the edge of my quilt now aligns with the foot there, which is at a 1/4 inch, and now I can just keep on going. So I don't even need to measure. Okay, so I have my runner all pinned up from the back, and when you look at the front of the runner, there you go. I think it's quite pretty. You can see that the pins are coming in just at the edge of the binding here, so technically it should work. Okay, so while the Bilevel foot worked fine, I decided to use this foot, which is, I think it's called foot A, but essentially it's a very wide open foot, and it allows me to still get the binding in there and stitch perfectly in the ditch without ever stitching on the binding, which is what I really want. So this is what I'm using. I'm going to just do 2 stitches just to show you how it works.